One thing you have to realize, especially as a woman, is that women who you see looking very put together, women who seem to have it all together, women who look good from head to toe, like from the crown of her head to the tips of her toes, those women actually put in effort to look good from head to toe. It's not something that just happens. Hey girl, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Trinity and I like to help you to become your best self in all aspects of your life. So if you're interested in all that, make sure you hit subscribe. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 micro beauty habits that have changed my life. I say that these are micro beauty habits because they are very simple, small, practical things that you wouldn't necessarily think would make a big difference, but they actually do make a big difference. These are a few things I do to look my best and feel my best, and we're really going to be focusing on like skin and body care type stuff. Okay, so first we're going to start off talking about skincare. If you are not new to my channel, or if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you know that I love skincare. I do not play about my skin, and it's been a long time coming. Okay, my skin looks really good now, but it was not always like this. First, oil cleansing. Again, if you're not new to my channel, if you've seen any of my TikTok and Instagram videos on skincare, you know that I always start any nighttime skincare session with oil cleansing. If you don't know what that is, it's basically using an oil before any other cleanser and just rubbing it all over your face to get rid of any excess oil that you may have on your face. It's also a great makeup remover. I do not use makeup wipes. I only use oils and cleansing balms. Oil attracts oil, so if you have any blackheads or just excess sebum, I tend to get like those little white oil things right here under my lip and on my nose often, and oil cleansing helps to remove all that. It dissolves excess sebum. I know there are a lot of people who kind of shy away from oil cleansing because they feel like it will make them even more oily, but let me be the one to tell you that it will actually help you if you have really oily skin. Your skin may be producing excess oil because you are constantly stripping your skin of the oils that it needs. Years ago when I was in like high school and college, I was super duper oily and I didn't realize I was contributing to that by not using moisturizer and not using hydrating and moisturizing products. And oil cleansing is also good for removing dead skin. All right, moving on to number 2, dermaplaning. I have been dermaplaning for maybe like 3-4 years now. This is something that I only do maybe like every week or bi-weekly. You don't need to do this all the time. If you don't know what dermaplaning is, it's basically removing the top layer of your skin, and you do this by essentially shaving your face. So I like to get little dermaplaning razors from either Ulta or Sephora or sometimes Amazon. You can pretty much find them anywhere if you go to the beauty section of any store. So basically I take an oil, rub it all over my face, and then I use my razor and I just shave in a downward motion all over my face. This removes any hair that's on your face, any facial hair, and essentially it will remove that top layer of your skin. I've heard people say they don't like to shave their face or dermaplane because they feel like the hair will grow back thicker, and that is a myth. The hair does not grow back thicker. I've been doing it for years, like I said, and I have not experienced my hair being thick or having a more hairy face in general. Not only does it make your skin appear more smooth because you don't have all the facial hair, but because you are removing that top layer of skin, it allows all the products that you use after that step to better penetrate into your skin. Dermaplaning also makes your skin appear brighter, and because there's no hair there, it allows for a smoother application of makeup. Dermaplaning is a form of exfoliating, and if you know anything about skincare, you know you're not even supposed to exfoliate every single day. So just be careful with it and make sure you're not being too harsh or going over the same area of your skin too many times. My next tip is to use lip masks and lip treatments. One thing about me, I'm gonna always have something on my lips. I do not like for my lips to look dry ever. I don't care if I'm just running to the grocery store and coming right back home. I don't care if I'm going to the gas station. I don't like walking around with chapped lips, and you should not either. And I've also learned that it's not really enough to just be wearing, you know, chapstick, lip balm, lip gloss throughout the day. If you want your lips to be soft, if you don't want them to be dry on a regular basis, if you don't like waking up with cracked, dry lips, put something on your lips overnight. When I do my skincare routine at night, I always end it with some type of lip balm or lip treatment. And anyone who has seen any of my skincare videos can vouch for that. I love the topical Slick Salve. That's the one that I have been using more often recently. I have tried the Laneige lip sleeping mask. That is chef's kiss. All girls love that. I've also tried the lip glow balm from Laneige. I love lip oils. If you want a more affordable lip oil, you can try the e.l.f. one from Target. That one's really good. And if you don't mind spending a little coin, you can try the Dior lip oil. I love the Dior lip oil. I've repurchased that maybe like twice. And recently, in the last few months, I've been using SPF for my lips. Black Girl Sunscreen has a, what's it called? Sun gloss, I believe. It's literally just a clear gloss, but it has SPF 50 or 60, not quite sure. Great for your lips. And if you don't know the benefits of SPF, let's talk about that next. My next tip is to wear sunscreen. Y'all need SPF. Even if you're a black girl, you need it. And this isn't even just about your face. This is about your body too. I know I'm not the only black girl who grew up thinking that only people who were this color needed sunscreen. Our sunburn may not look like everyone else's, but it can happen to us. And that's not the only thing you have to worry about. SPF prevents premature aging. It protects you from UV rays. It reduces the risk of skin cancer. And it also prevents hyperpigmentation, promoting even skin complexion. Sunscreen should always be the last step of your morning skincare. I don't care how tired I am, how lazy I'm feeling. I don't care if I'm just leaving out to drop Jacks off to school and coming right back home. If I'm stepping outside, I'm putting on my SPF. I'm currently using a Trader Joe's sunscreen. It's something that they only sell in the summer, I heard, but it's really good. It's a dupe for the Supergoop sunscreen. If you've never heard of Supergoop, I don't know where you've been living under a rock, girl, but Supergoop has this really good sunscreen that has no white cast, and it kind of feels like nothing on your skin pretty much. It can be found at Sephora, so I'll link it down below if you want to try it, just in case it's a little too late for you to go to Trader Joe's to get that one. Now the Supergoop one is like $40, I believe. I do feel like it's worth the price, but if you can still catch the Trader Joe's one before they stop selling it, that one is probably like $9. And when I say it's a dupe, it's a dupe. Now a tip for using SPF, you want to make sure you're also putting it on your hands and your neck. Again, sunscreen prevents premature aging, and your hands are one of the fastest things on your body to age. Like I said before, you should be putting SPF all over your body, but I know a lot of people kind of skip the body when it's not summertime, like if they're not going to the beach and having their whole entire body exposed. And I get that because I'm guilty of that too. But definitely make sure you're putting it on your hands, your neck, all the things that are exposed, whether it's summertime or wintertime. And don't feel like you don't have to put it on just because it's raining outside or cloudy. Just because you can't see the sun does not mean that the sun cannot damage your skin. So make sure you're wearing an SPF. Okay, now moving on to micro habits that are more so for your body. Let's talk about foot care. I mentioned this in a video months ago, but I don't think I've really touched on it since then. But this is something that I have really been focusing on, and it's something that has really changed my life. I have never been a big fan of my hands and my feet. And I realized a few months ago that I also never really took good care of my hands and my feet. But now that I take better care of both, I feel better about both. One thing you have to realize, especially as a woman, is that women who you see looking very put together, women who seem to have it all together, women who look good from head to toe, like from the crown of her head to the tips of her toes, those women actually put in effort to look good from head to toe. It's not something that just happens. Yes, there are women who are just naturally beautiful without much effort, but small little micro beauty habits like the stuff we're talking about today are things that those women do. People don't just have nice, pretty, beautiful, soft feet just because. So when you're in the shower, you don't have to do this every single day, but do it often, like multiple times a week. When you're washing your feet, get a pumice stone and rub the bottom of your feet. Rub them heels, get them toes, anywhere you could possibly have dead skin, anywhere that might be a little rough. Use that pumice stone, okay? You don't need the little cheese grater thing, I don't think. Personally, they always tell me I don't need it when I'm at the nail salon. They're always like, oh, do you come here often? No, I just take good care of my feet. You don't need that. And I actually heard that the little cheese grater thing is really not good for your feet anyway. So just get you a pumice stone. It will make your feet so smooth, I promise you. And it really does make a difference. Use that pumice stone, get you a foot scrub. I use the same scrub all over my body. When I get out of the shower, I always use my regular body lotion, but then I always use a foot cream on top of that. Foot cream is a necessity. My friend introduced me to aloe socks. Y'all, you can find them at Walmart. I don't know about Target. I've definitely bought some from Walmart. I've also bought some from Ulta. They're basically fuzzy socks infused with aloe. I'm telling you, when you get out the shower, put your foot cream on, put like an oil on your feet or like Vaseline or whatever, and put those aloe socks on. Even if you're the type of person who can't wear socks to sleep, just try it. Like, I'll usually put them on walking around the house until it's time for me to go to bed, and sometimes I'll get in bed with them on and I'll just take them off when I get tired of having socks on, because I just cannot sleep in socks. I also make sure I'm wearing socks or slippers around the house for the most part. I don't always do it, but most of the time I'm wearing something on my feet because I realized that walking around barefoot is not good for your feet. And lastly, for foot care, I put cuticle oil on my toenails. I don't know why nobody told me this before the age of 28, but I just never thought to do it. Putting cuticle oil on your toenails is a game changer. And that brings me to my next point, using cuticle oil. I put cuticle oil on my hands multiple times a day, on my nails actually, multiple times a day. My nail tech introduced me to this. I'm not even gonna say introduced me, because you know, when you go to the nail salon, they always put it on your nails at the end of your appointment. But I never had my own personal cuticle oil. I don't care how much lotion you put on, how much oil you put on your hands or your feet, the area around your nails might look a little crusty, so you got to keep some on deck. I have a cuticle oil pen that I keep on deck from Amazon. I think it was like $8.99. It's vanilla scented. I love it. People always laugh at me because I'll be out in public, girl, at dinner, church, and I will whip that cuticle oil pen out so fast and just brush it on my nails. It makes such a big difference in the appearance of your hands and also the appearance of your feet, your toes, whatever. While we're talking about hands, my next tip is to use hand scrubs. Even if it's not specifically for your hands, when you're exfoliating your whole body with a scrub, put it on your hands. This is another thing my nail tech put me on to. And she was giving me all these tips because I'm always talking about how I just don't like my hands. I feel like they're like wrinkly. Like I just always felt like I had old lady hands. I don't know. And my nail tech was like, well girl, you just gotta start taking better care of your hands. Like make sure you're putting sunscreen on them, make sure you're moisturizing them all the time, keep a hand cream on you, make sure you're using cuticle oil, and make sure you're using hand scrubs often. My hands look and feel so much better when I'm actually exfoliating them and using a scrub. While we're talking about exfoliating, let's move on to the next tip. My next tip is to use an exfoliating washcloth when you're taking your showers. I was introduced to exfoliating washcloths, I want to say like 5 years ago. This was like when the pandemic first started and I was getting really into self-care and body care and perfume, smelling good, all that good stuff. I saw a few people on YouTube doing their shower routines using exfoliating washcloths. So I'm like, what is this? I need to try this. I get mine from Target. Ulta also sells the one that I use. I believe it's by Eco Tools, but I could be mistaken. I'll link it down below with everything else. It's basically like a net wash rag. First off, it's really big. Like it's way bigger than a regular washcloth. It's probably about the size of a hand towel, maybe a little bit bigger than that. And that is important because it allows you to like exfoliate your back. So I take it, I go like this, and I'll make sure I'm exfoliating my back really good. But if you have not tried it, please try using an exfoliating washcloth. I hate using regular washcloths now. I just hate it. I feel like I can't get a really good lather. I feel like I'm constantly putting more shower gel or soap onto the rag. Like, I just hate it. My next tip is to use corrective body care products. I know so many girls who only use smell good products in the shower and out of the shower. If it doesn't have a nice little scent, they don't want to use it. But everything is not about smell. Sometimes you gotta actually tend to any body care issues you have. Corrective body care products are products that treat conditions that are already present. So if you have like body eczema, if you have KP, if you have like a lot of hyperpigmentation on your body, if you get a lot of ingrowns, if you get acne or body acne, there are products for all those things. Like I said, everything is not about smelling good. Yes, you can still use those smell good products after, but sometimes you gotta really treat your skin. I love Naturium. They specialize in corrective body care products. I have two in particular. Right now I'm using the glycolic acid body wash. I don't use it every single day, but I probably use it every other day. It's really good for smoothing out your skin. If you have any bumpy texture, it will smooth it out. I like using it for my eczema. I don't know about anybody else, but that product actually helps me with my bumpy areas from scratching myself to death. I don't know if you're supposed to use acids like that when you have eczema, but it works for me. I don't know. I tried it one day and it worked, so I just be using it. I also use their Glow Getter body wash. Y'all, that stuff is like in shower body oil or like a body conditioner. I used to use the Olay body conditioner. I feel like they don't sell it anymore because for a while I couldn't find it, and that's actually what drove me to purchase the Naturium Glow Getter body wash. Y'all, I'm telling you, it makes your skin feel so smooth, so moisturized. If you ever experience like getting out of the shower and feeling like your skin is just dry immediately, try this. I'm telling you. And it doesn't make your skin feel slippery as if you have oil on it. It just makes it feel very moisturized. Naturium also has like a vitamin C brightening body wash if you feel like you need brightening on any body parts. They have a salicylic acid one, which I believe is for like body acne. They have so many body washes. You can find it in Target. I'm not sure where else they sell it, but I get mine from Target. I'll link it down below. And all these products, well, all the ones that I've smelled, they don't have a scent. So like I said before, you don't always need to be using products that smell good. You need to be treating your skin for whatever you may be experiencing, and then use your smell good products after that. And last but not least, my last micro beauty habit that has changed the game for me is waxing. I only get Brazilian waxes. I don't do the underarms, I don't do the legs. We're not doing all that, okay? I barely want to get the Brazilian. But I will say getting Brazilian waxes has really changed the game for me, because it's something that I can actually keep up with. Like, when you shave, you gotta shave so often. Sometimes you're just like, look, I don't feel like it. Okay, sometimes you just don't feel like doing it because the hair grows back in 0.5 business days. Nobody got time for that. It's like you shave and 2 hours later you gotta shave again. I can't. Go get you a little wax, sit there for maybe 20 minutes, get up out of there. You don't gotta come back for another month. I love that for me. Not only is it more convenient, but it also helps with hyperpigmentation. I was experiencing a lot of hyperpigmentation down there. I don't know if it's TMI, but I mean, it's the truth. We all girls, y'all know how we go. Shaving, period, is gonna cause you to get a lot of hyperpigmentation. That's just what it is. And sometimes you might experience ingrowns from shaving. I didn't personally experience that, but I know a lot of people do. And waxing is way better for that. And if you want to get your whole body waxed, then do that. Even if you want to do laser, do what's more convenient for you, okay? As always, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope these micro beauty tips helped you to look better and feel better. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed. Comment down below any thoughts you have, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.